It's Chippy at CeBIT 2014. We're at the Fujitsu booth here looking at something you've been asking me about, the T904. We took a look at it at Fujitsu World last December, I think it was. But that was just a real quick look. Since then, obviously we want to know more about the Digitizer layout on that. I'll show you that in a minute, but first let's just go around the device. This is a rotating convertible and actually rotates both ways, which is pretty unique for one of these. Whoops, if I can just... Whoa! Always the one-handed problem here with the camera. So actually they've done a really good job on the hinge here. A lot of the rotating convertibles have a very big hinge here, and that gives you a penalty in the thickness. Now take a look. We've got security on this one, so let me just bring up the other side. The actual thickness of this device is really good, considering it's a rotating convertible device. Let's just close that up for you and show you that. So there it is, closed up, and as you can see, there's less than a finger's width in depth there. Let's have a look at the ports. You've got a headset port, USB 3, HDMI. This is a power port here, and this is a removable Ethernet, full-size Ethernet port that will pop up when you take it out. On the left-hand side, you've got your power, obviously a Kensington lock port there, fan output, USB 3, full SD card slot, and there's an optional, underneath that, smart card reader. Indicator lights there for power, Wi-Fi, hard disk, and one more, which I don't know what it is. Also fairly unique on the T904 is that removable battery. Now that's a 45 watt-hour battery, so there's not the huge batteries you get on some of the other Fujitsu devices. It's not your 24-hour devices, but 5 to 8 hours I think is a sensible prediction there on the battery life. Fan output is underneath, slightly raised by 2 to 3 millimeters, so there's a little bit of airflow underneath, and currently we're well into day one of CeBIT, and the fan is not on there, and that's a really good sign for a device that's on a demo desk to be as cool and quiet as this one is right now. In the middle you'll see the docking port. Can't show you the docking station right now, but it's a really full-featured docking station. I have seen it before, and everything from gigabit Ethernet to VGA and HDMI is available on that. Even DisplayPort, I believe. To the keyboard then, it's a backlit keyboard, and actually really nice. I've done some testing of this one before, and actually really happy with the keyboard. It's about a millimeter throw, maybe a little bit more, and the keys feel actually quite nice, with a nice bit of responsiveness and a good click-through pressure, which is really nice. Single unit mouse pad with built-in mouse buttons on the bottom left, bottom right. Soft click feels pretty good. I assume that's obviously multi-touch, and Windows 8 gesture enabled. Fingerprint reader located on the front left of the fascia there, so you can access the fingerprint reader while it's in tablet mode. Moving along, there is Windows button on the right there. And in tablet mode, as you fold the screen back, you've got volume rocker on the bottom there. Volume up, volume down. So I'm not going to tell you that it's super light. It's 1.5 kilos, but actually for a device like this, with the capabilities that it's got, it's actually pretty competitive. That huge 14-inch screen is 2550 by 1440 or something like that resolution, but definitely over full HD. So while we're in tablet mode, let's just take a closer look at that Digitizer. So we're just taking a look at the T904 Digitizer here. First of all, I wanted to see registration distance, and it is looking to be about 1 to 2 centimeters. You'll be able to see that on the screen there, registering. So there's a reasonable amount of palm rejection on there. Let's have a look at pressure sensitivity. Now I think Word is not the best app to be doing this actually, but there's definitely some really nice pressure sensitivity. I can get some really, I'm not an artist by the way, but I'm getting some really fine, smooth, quick response, pressure, and no lag. at all there. Really, really nice. So let's go to the edge. A lot of you have been asking about edge responsiveness, and this is really good. So in comparison with my, let's say, my consumer Vivo Tab Note, which has a Wacom digitizer, and that really is screwed up at the edge. This goes almost to the edge. I'd say you got to, if I really fill that in, you'll see where it kind of stops working. It's a little bit less responsive on the very, very edge, only like 10 pixels, but this is really good. And there's no degradation in responsive rate on that as well. So let's just take a quick look at that pen. It's a batteryless pen with a dual button. So, was it? I think it's actually maybe a single button actually. So a single button gives you the right click as normal on these batteryless Wacom styluses. Let's just make sure that's in focus for you. And there is the button there. The pen stows on the device on the side here, and there's a lanyard available if you need it. So it's the Fujitsu T904. This one was Haswell based, Core i7. I assume you can get vPro CPUs as well, and clearly obviously a high-end device, and for professional users only. Mostly available through project work on Fujitsu, but you might be able to find a channel reseller that will get you one of these. Don't expect the pricing to be consumer level though. My name's Chippy. We're at Fujitsu booth at CeBIT 2014. Taking a look at the Fujitsu T904. Thanks for watching.